Welcome back to another Thursday video, y'all. What is up, my realists? It's Stephen, and like I said, welcome back to our first Thursday video in a while, actually. As most of you probably know, I canceled Thursday videos for like 1 month in support of Black Lives Matter. I will also be updating you guys on how much money we earned from AdSense in June, because I'm gonna donate all of that to Black Lives Matter. But yes, now that it's July, we are back to Thursday videos, and today is not just any ordinary Thursday. No! It is the Thursday before the Hamilton movie comes out on Disney+. Now, I'm gonna sit here and pretend to get excited about Disney Plus because my, country does not have Disney Plus yet. I hope we get it soon. I hope we get it in like the next 3 days, because that would be very helpful. But nonetheless, I am sure y'all are excited to see the movie, so I thought in celebration or whatever, because the movie's coming out, I thought I would rank every single Hamilton song. That's right, I'm gonna be ranking all... I don't even know how many there are. I want to say like 30 to 40, I don't know. Whoever has like the real number, can you comment it down below? But yes, if you guys watched my like top 10 Hamilton ranking thing, I did not check that video before making this one, so the ranking might change a little bit. But yeah, this is gonna be ranking of every single Hamilton song. But before we get to that, I just want to say, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. That's Stephen Flores for Facebook, at Stephen J Flores for Twitter, and at Stephen Flores_IRL for Instagram. And of course, if you like this video, I want to see more videos like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for me, will ya? So yeah, without further ado, let's move on with the video. We are just gonna get started because I feel like I've been talking for quite a while. I'm gonna try to get through this kind of fast because there's like a bajillion songs and I don't want to spend 3 hours editing this video. So let's just get started. Number 1 is The Farmers. Is it Refuted or Refund? I can't remember. Is it Refuted or Refund? Wait, I'ma check. And my Spotify is conveniently not loading, so I am just gonna wing it. I think it says a lot though that for me this is the worst song in Hamilton, when TBH is better than a lot of other songs and a lot of other musicals. I mean, I have to admit the part where like their voices overlap is kind of cool and stuff, but just compared to everything else here, it doesn't really pack the same punch. Next up is A Winter's Ball. I usually skip this song mostly because I want to get to Helpless and Satisfied and wait for it right away. So this song is probably the ones I skip the most, and that's why it's so low on this list. After that, it's Stay Alive, mostly because I can't really remember a lot of things about this song. I guess it's one of the more forgettable ones, or maybe it's just not memorable because like there are like half of these songs are completely memorable and stuff. So yeah. After that is The Story of Tonight Reprise. It kind of just pales comparison to like the original Story of Tonight, and you know, I just skip it usually because I want to get to Wait For It, and Wait For It is my favorite song, so spoiler alert, that's gonna be high up this list. But yes, so that's why I keep skipping Story of Tonight. Next is The Addams Administration. I swear, these are all the songs, like I think like the bottom 10 songs are just the ones that I skip. You're gonna hear me say that all the time. I can't even pinpoint. Okay, I've listened to Hamilton, the whole thing, a lot of times, but I can't even pinpoint when The Addams Administration like is sung. And like, I don't even know how long this song is. I only remember one line. It's "Welcome, folks, to the Addams Administration." That's the only line I remember. Next is I Know Him. And if you guys know anything about me, is that I don't really like the songs of King George. I know a lot of people do, but like for me, they're not my cup of tea. And this is like my least favorite of the 3, and that's why it's ranked so low. Next up is Meet Me Inside. I don't really like it, like transition-y songs, you know, like songs that TBH they could have just made dialogue if you wanted to. I mean, you didn't have to make it a song. Again, because I said I don't like King George's songs that much. The next song is What Comes Next. I can't really say that much about it because like I said, I don't really like it that much. The only lyric I remember is the "What comes next? You'll be free. I don't remember anything." Next up is We Know. You're gonna notice a trend here is that most of the second act songs are kind of in the lower part of this because I stand the first act of Hamilton so much. I don't think there's a first act song. I mean, like, okay, fine, the lowest song on this list was a first act song, but the highest song on this list also is gonna be a first act song. So, you know, I just like it more. Like, I don't know, the second act songs, they're just kind of like, not really that they're boring, but they're less exciting than the first act song. Next up is The Election of 1800, and if I'm mistaken, this is where they go, "Can we get back to politics, please, yo?" And like again, it's another transition song, and I'm not really a big fan of transition songs, so. Next up is Schuyler Defeated. I have to admit, this is like, I mean, like, I listened to it a lot before for some reason. I think I just liked how the wordplay of that song is. I mean, not really wordplay, I don't know how to describe it, but like, "Our Senator Burr. Next up is a song that I think might be a bit weird for some of y'all. It's just that it's not really my thing. I know a lot of people like the song, but for me, it just doesn't like land as much, and that's 10 Duel Commandments. I bet a lot of you are probably wondering why this is kind of so low on this list, given like how important the song is, especially at the end. And I mean, like, it establishes the whole like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But like, I don't know, it's just not for me. Again, this is the last King George song I'm gonna mention, and it's You'll Be Back. It's the best of the King George songs for me, but again, like I said, I don't really like King George's songs, so yeah. I think from this point onward, I can say that I like these songs, okay? Like, these are the songs I usually like, I love, and I've listened to them, like, a lot. So, next up on the list is Aaron Burr, Sir. They should be higher above on the list, given how many rhymes they thought of for Sir. I don't know, usually I go from Alexander Hamilton to My Shot, and this just sometimes gets skipped. Next up is What I Miss by the great David Diggs. I don't know, I just don't really like the character of Jefferson. I mean, I don't really like the character, but that being said, I do like the song. I mean, it's kind of preppy and happy. It's a good way to like intro the second act, because like, you know, boom, there's this new character out of nowhere. So yeah. Next up is the Reynolds Pamphlet, and I love this song mostly because of Angelica's part in it, when she says, "You can never be satisfied, God, I hope you're satisfied, never gonna be president, I'm never gonna be president now." My lord, I love it so much. Next up is Hurricane, because like, I love how like he has this internal struggle. I like songs like that where it's basically a character like verbalizing the internal struggle that they're feeling. You know, Wait For It does that, Room Where It Happens does that, My Shot does that, and those are like the strongest songs for me. It's just that, you know, this one, it's not my favorite, but I mean, like, it's not bad. Next is Washington on Your Side. Actually, now that I think about it, this is actually kind of forgettable. It's just that there was a phase where I kept listening to this, or like, I wouldn't skip it, but then now that I think about it, I can't really remember anything of the song, but I stand by my ranking. Next up is Cabinet Battle 2. I love this song. I love both Cabinet Battles, and I memorized both. I remember there was a time, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, like during summer, or like I was on break or on a weekend or something, I like took time out of my day to like try to memorize Cabinet Battle 1 and 2, because those are like, for me, those are 2 of the best raps in the whole show. So, next up is the Stay Alive Reprise. I can't actually remember where it goes, I just know that I like it, and that's good enough for me to put it this high. Next up is It's Quiet Uptown. This is like the forgiveness song, and how they're like going through the unimaginable, and they just came from their son's death. It's a very heavy point on the show, but even with that, it's such a good song. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. Like, the amount of emotion that he was able to achieve is like great. Next is Best of Wives and Best of Women. This song gets me every time, because Hamilton is going out knowing full well that he may not come home to Eliza anymore, and he just like says that she's the best of wives and best of women as like a farewell to her. And oh my god, Lin-Manuel Miranda knew what he was doing when he was making this show, because he really gunned for me to like bawl my eyes out. Next up is Your Obedient Servant, and I like this because it's such a fun song. Like, it's just really fun. I remember I was supposed to do like a YouTube video for it, where I was gonna like do like, I think it was called like Dear Harry Potter, and it was like between Draco and, you know, Harry Potter, but then someone else on YouTube got the idea first and did it, so that kind of sucks. But yes, that is still one of my faves, I must say. Next is the finale song, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story. A classic Hamilton song that everybody loves, and like, I really love Eliza's part in this, like when she was like saying that, you know, she did all of this to like sustain his legacy and stuff. It's just really touching, and I love it. Next is a song from the first act, History Has Its Eyes on You. This is the one that Washington's singing, and he's like how every decision they make, like, history is gonna remember every decision they make, every doubt they experience, because like, you know, at the end of the day, like, they're fighting for the future of their land. You know, there's just so much emotion in this song, and I just love it so much. Next is Take a Break. I love it mostly because of like the part where like Angelica and Eliza's voices kind of merge, and they're like singing over one another. Next up is the cheating song, Say No to This. This is one of the sexiest songs in the whole show, and it's just sad that it's about like cheating. But yeah, I especially love, you know, I'm a Last 5 Years fan, and I love the hint of the last 5 years that they put in this song. Next would be That Would Be Enough. I love this, like when Eliza just pours out her heart and tells Hamilton that I don't care how we live as long as I have you, you know, that's enough for me. Oh my lord, that just gets here every single time, I swear. Next is Right Hand Man. You know, Christopher Jackson did a great job with this song, and I don't know, it's just like, this song's in the first act really just like Like, they're like really like out there. I think it's because like it's a war and everything, but they're really like out there. They're really like forceful. I don't know what other words to describe it, but they're really just like oomph. You know what I mean. Next is Blow Us All Away, and this is a sad song because he died. But for what it's worth, I really love Anthony Ramos's rendition of this song. But the thing is, I felt like it didn't really do justice to the character because like he's in like a few scenes and then he dies. I mean, he's supposed to die and everything. It's just that like I wish they would have explored it a bit more and not just give him a solo song and have him killed at the end. But for what it's worth, this song is great. Next is the I Found Out You Were Cheating and I Hate You song, Burn. This is another one that hits. Like, you know how she's like literally burning everything, said there's no evidence that he was like a good husband or whatever, and at the end she's like, I hope that you burn in hell, man. Next is the starting song because it's one of my favorite raps in the whole show, Alexander Hamilton. I mean, the first few like notes or chords, whatever you call it, like that's gonna be iconic like forever. Next is The Story of Tonight. This is just a really hopeful song, and like if you want to like feel good, just listen to this song. You know, I may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. Beautiful. Next up is my favorite rap of all time. I don't know if it's my favorite rap, but it's definitely one of the more fun ones to sing, and that's Guns and Ships. I think I heard somewhere that it's officially like the fastest musical theater song ever, especially because of the part, and I'm never gonna stop until I'm making jump, bend 'em up, it's got the remains, and that part, like, wow. That, I mean, like, whoever, David Diggs was like just amazing in that. Next up we have Cabinet Battle 1, my favorite of the two cabinet battles, and like I said, like I literally took time just to memorize these because I love both of them so much, but one is my like absolute favorite. Next is Non-Stop. Gentlemen of the Jury of Cures, bear with me. That's as far as I'm gonna go. But yes, I love this song. It ended the first act so well because like I thought Yorktown would be like where the first act would ended. Then all of a sudden there's like these two extra songs, but like it set up the second act so well, and then, like I just felt like everything exploded at the end. I was like, wow. Great. Now we're officially going into the top 10. So number 10 is One Last Time. Relax, have a drink with me one last time. I love this song. Oh my god. And like both Lin-Manuel and Christopher Jackson killed it. It was so good. And like how Hamilton was like trying to get him to like run again, but then like, you know, Washington was like, one last time, let's do something together and let's just write the speech that I'm gonna like give out and whatever. Oh my god, it was so good. Oh, I love the like the I think you call it melody. I love the melody of this song. It's just great. Next up is Yorktown, because whenever they play it, like everything gets like tripled up a notch. Like the excitement and all that and all the raps and everything. Like if you've seen the performance of the Tonys, the choreography of this is like amazing. Next up is The World Was Wide Enough, and this is here just for the I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. That part and Burr's part at the end where he's like, I'm the one who paid for it. Oh my lord. Emotional wallops. I don't know if wallops is a word, but it's an emotional wallop. Next up is probably one of the sweetest songs in the whole show, and that's Dear Theodosia. I really love this song, and I'm so sad that they cut out the reprise of it, you know, the one that Burr sings, and you're just like bawling by yourself while listening to it. I really wish they kept it, but you know, like, whatever. Next up is Helpless. Oh, look at those eyes. This is one of my favorite songs. I'm actually shocked it didn't end up in the top 5, because I think it is my top 5 song, but apparently not. I love this song. Philippa Sue did a really good job, and I love just like all the rhymes and everything, and it's just so well done. Number 5 is the Schuyler Sisters. This is like the Destiny's Child of this show, and it's so good. I mean, I like, if you play this at like a theater group like party, everybody is gonna get up and start dancing and singing and screaming, because that's how iconic this song is. It's so iconic to the point where they used it at the end of the Tonys. I mean, do you remember that? And it's just so upbeat, it's just so happy. It's really like one of my favorite songs. Next up is My Shot, the best I Want song in musical theater history. Oh my god, it's 5 minutes of like really fast explosive rap and like really like subtle and like really well written lyrics, and it's just so good. And now we're at the top 3, and number 3 is Satisfied. This is probably the most innovative song. Like, I like the 2 songs at the top, this one more, but this is like one of the most innovative songs. Like how like basically time moves backwards and she explains everything from her perspective. And of course, it's so fun to rap. And so this is what it feels like to match with someone that you love. But what the hell is the catch? Is the feeling of freedom of seeing the light is been front with the key. Okay, you see it, right? I love it so much. Like, and, you know, I love Renee Elise Goldsberry too. Now we're down to the top 2, and number 2 is The Room Where It Happens, The Room Where It Happens. The banjo really just elevates this to another level. Like I said, I love Aaron Burr. I mean, I don't know if I said it here, but in other videos I'm really like, Aaron Burr is my favorite Hamilton character. And, you know, because of that, a lot of his songs are my favorites, and The Room Where It Happens is just, it's so well written, and it really shows like what exactly Burr wants. And it's the turning point in like Burr's character, because from someone who just waits for it all the time, at the end he's like, I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. And that just like, he goes from like this really passive person to this really like action person, and that is just great for me. And finally, the best song in Hamilton. Y'all can fight me on this, but it really is the best song in Hamilton, and that is, wait for it. This was so well written. This was so well composed. And did you hear the story of how Manuel-Miranda came up with this? He was like on a train going like to a suburb of New York City or something like that. And then he suddenly just starts singing, life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. It just like espouses a lot of feelings that I'm sure all of us have about life and death and like, you know, like being cautious and all of that. And it's just written into a really like amazingly good way. And yeah, that's the best Hamilton song of all time. You can fight me, but this is like an objective truth. This is the best Hamilton song of all time. So yeah, those are my Hamilton rankings. What are your rankings? You can either do all of them, or what's your top 10 or bottom 10 or stuff like that. I want to hear about them. Comment them down below. And yes, I hope y'all have fun in a few hours, because in a few hours, Hamilton the movie releases on Disney+. I am not in any way affiliated with Disney+. I just like really want to see it. So yeah. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on Sunday for our next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, click the subscribe and the like button down there. My last videos are to my left and to my right, and down in the description are my social media stuff. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Until next time, guys. See ya!